Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 1987 Essence Award honoree, the indomitable Ms. Oprah Winfrey.
He is a comedian and actor. She's a stage and film producer, and they are authors, advocates, philanthropists, and husband and wife. For more than 30 years, they have championed the values of family, community, and education. They have inspired and challenged us. They are Bill and Camille Cosby.
A little bit there. You can open bigger than that. Now, I can see your feet.
I think The Cosby Show struck a special chord because it had a universality about it. And they dealt with real issues.
Oh, did you check her glands?
Well, yes, it's just slightly
Is there
swollen.
any swelling?
Well,
Open your
just a
mouth, honey.
little.
Did you check her throat?
She's just irritated.
Oh, my gosh, we should call a doctor.
Bill Cosby could not create those stories without being a husband and a father and having the experiences of a husband and father.
He came to epitomize fatherhood in America, and that's remarkable, particularly since he's a black man.
And you see this child pulling on something and yelling, "Mine! Mine!" And at the end of it is an older child mumbling, "No, you got this out of my room." And you go up quickly and you hit the older child. Why don't you let her have it? Don't you hear her yelling? Because parents are not interested in justice. They want quiet.
Camille has been very concerned about the images of black Americans on television. In her own productions, she tries to present the non-stereotypic positive side of black life in order to counteract the tendency on the part of the media to portray blacks in a negative stereotypic light.
The media particularly focus on the negativisms that exist in poor black communities.
There's nothing about the bright points, the beautiful people.
Hundreds of young people who come from these poor, mostly African-American communities, and they have aspirations.
The men in the community who are in the trenches, the women who feed other people.
There isn't a focus on the parents or the guardians or the people who are caring for these young people, and the fact that they are working hard, to give their children a better life.
Both of them have EDDs from the University of Massachusetts, so they're concerned about education, and so much so that they help other people.
Put that down and read the book. Now, read.
In 1988, Bill and Camille Cosby made a $20 million down payment on our future.
For our students who had experienced aspects of their own lives through The Cosby Show, here was a statement beyond any other statement that they had sensed on that show. This was not now about symbols. This was not a metaphor. This was $20 million.
When you see the graduations, who do they bring out at that time? The grandparents, the aunts, the little children are around there. I mean, the family is there. The community shows. So these positives, I think, far outnumber. You only need one person with a gun to wipe out 40 to 50 people.
Mm-hmm. It isn't just guns. It's where we are as a country, where we are as human being to human being.
The strength of the human being is that they do go on. I walk on stage without any announcement and they stand up, and I know they're standing up for Ennis. And at the end of the hour and a half or 2 hours, then I would give them the little speech about how Mrs. Cosby is doing just fine, because through all these years we've become not the Huxtables but the Cosbys.
Bill and Camille, We love you for who you are and for all that you have given us, for your sacrifices, for your commitment to family, for the constant reminders that we belong, and finally, reminding us that we all belong to the human family. We love you. We do. And I'm honored to present you both with the 1997 Essence Award.
Thank you. In memory of our son, Ennis William Cosby, and too many countless others, violence is not funny. Violence has been sensationalized and glorified in movies, television, radio, and the print media. Violence is not entertainment. Therefore, I am appealing to you, the public, to not support with your dollars any media or other entities that honor needless violence. And I thank you, the world's people, for the thousands and thousands of letters of concern and prayers that we received. And my dear Essence family, I thank you for this very prestigious award.
When Ennis was killed, I went back to work. I had to. The house, the furniture, the walls, the paintings, the outside, and all we could do was hold each other and hug and howl. So I went back to work. And so many people showed up at the various concerts. And they too had people who had been gunned down, overdosed, killed each other, committed suicide. And each death is not just that to the person who passed on, but to the whole of the family and the community. We want to thank all of you for your prayers because it brought an awful lot of people forward. We want to thank the person who called and said, "I think I know who did it." We want to thank the LAPD for tracking down, doing whatever they do, and making sure. And now on to jurisprudence. Thank you all very, very much.
Bill and Camille, this legendary 1995 Essence Award honoree requested the honor of paying tribute to you in song. So please welcome Stevie Wonder!
Much respect to you, Camille and Bill. I've just been waiting for the opportunity to do this song and do it for someone that I felt, a family that deserved it. that fit perfectly to it, because everything you have done in your lives have exemplified what God has told us we must do, to obey Him and spread love. Look at you and me, we look differently, yet we still belong as one. Searching for the stars, telling who we are, while our work is never done. You need someone to count on. Why not be the one for you who sends love through the universe for all to feel? Spread the love in your heart. There's a world waiting for you to do your part. Spread the love in your heart. Now's the time, 'cause tomorrow's too late to start. Sounding good, y'all. Those who only see themselves as the key won't find life an open door. Not until the day sharing leads the way, we will all have so much more. You need someone to count on. Why not be the one for you who sends love through the universe for all to feel? Spread the love.
Everyone, put their hands together. Come on. Everyone, come on.
In your heart.
Everybody, come on.
There's a world waiting for you. It's waiting for you. Feel knows about it. Camille knows about it. Let's shout it.
Let me see you smile. Come on. Let me see you smile now.
In your heart. Now's the time. For tomorrow's so late to start. And the spirit of Ernest Cosby will forever live. God bless you.
And now, please welcome a dear friend of Bill and Camille Cosby, the publisher of Essence Magazine and CEO of Essence Communications, Mr. Ed Lewis.
I am told that in China, orchids are thought of as symbols of purity and spiritual perfection. Ernest Cosby was like an orchid. He was a vibrant spirit whose brilliant smile and "hello, friend" affected all he encountered. Unspoiled by his parents, well-grounded in history, empowered by hard work and study, and impassioned by his mission, Ernest was readying himself to give his best to the world. He believed that one person can and should make a difference. Whether tossing a basketball to me or a philosophical question, Ernest always impressed me with his dignity, sense of fairness, and compassion for family and community. We are told that children model their behavior after their parents. Thank you, Camille and Bill. Thank you, parents everywhere who are taking the responsibility of parenting very seriously. And thanks to all of you who are with us tonight to help us pay tribute to all our honorees. Thank you all.
The Essence Awards